NFL Sunday. Here to make my predictions, I promise. And as you can see, I am repping my Purdue shirt, trying to be a badass on NFL Sunday. So let's get into these predictions. Alright, first game, we got the Giants facing the Falcons. Now, it is in Atlanta, and Atlanta, of course, is, I believe, 11-2. So it's definitely good. Definitely a good game, but I'm gonna have to go with the Giants. They are rolling right now. Eli Manning doing great. The defense doing great. So I will have to go with the Giants on that one. The next game is the Baltimore Ravens and Denver Broncos. This game also in Denver, or sorry, Baltimore. Now, the Broncos have never beaten the Ravens in the Ravens' existence, so it'll be interesting. But Peyton has also never lost to the Ravens, so it'll be interesting. Ray Lewis will be sitting out, and that defense is having a tough time running against rushing, or excuse me, stopping the run. Just that would sound better. Um, and No Sean Marino and Ronnie Hillman are getting going for the Broncos, and of course Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning. So I will have to go with the Broncos. They are on an 8-game winning streak, so that will be, I believe that'll be another win for the Broncos. Next game, Green Bay and Chicago. Now, this game to me won't be even close. Green Bay is just rolling. Chicago is not. Now Brandon Marshall, I expect a big game out of him. And Jay Cutler, I think he could have a good game, but I think he might make some mistakes. Packers, I say win that one. Next, Washington and Cleveland. That'll be a very good game. Kirk Cousins starting over Robert Griffin III, who is injured, and uh, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares against the Cleveland defense. They do have a pretty good passing defense, and they are fighting for a playoff spot right now at 5-8. And I don't know when they've been this good. It's been 20 years maybe. So I'm gonna have to go with, I guess you could say this is an upset, with Cleveland winning. It is in Cleveland. They do have a great passing defense, but I expect Washington to run a lot. Cleveland's run defense is not very good, and Washington does have Alfred Morris, who is a rookie and is currently top 5 running back. So it'll be a close game, but I have to go with Cleveland on that one. Next, Indianapolis and Houston. This game is in Houston. Houston just suffered a pretty big loss Monday night in New England, and the Colts, of course, 9-4 with Andrew Luck. I'm gonna have to go with Houston on this one, though. I know the Colts are doing great. Houston maybe not so much, but Indianapolis has been beating some teams that aren't really the greatest, so they're getting a little bit too much credit in my opinion. So I will have to go with Houston. Then Jacksonville and Miami. Jacksonville did get better when Chad Henne came in for Blaine Gabbert, but Miami is having a great season. Well, not great, but a pretty good season with rookie quarterback Ryan Tannehill. So I will go with Miami today over Jacksonville. Next, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. New Orleans and Tampa Bay have both dropped 3 straight after, well, New Orleans had a horrible start, then won some games, and now they're losing again. Tampa Bay was rolling. They still are in the playoff chase, but they were in a way better position a few weeks ago. So I think it's a desperate game for Tampa Bay. It is in New Orleans, but I'm going to have to go with Tampa Bay on this one. Next, Minnesota and St. Louis. It is in St. Louis. Apparently Steven Jackson might be playing his last game in St. Louis at home. So I'm going to have to go with St. Louis. I think Steven Jackson will have an amazing game. Of course, Adrian Peterson having an MVP-like season. But their passing offense is just tremendous. Or not tremendous, horrendous. So I will have to go with St. Louis. They do have a pretty good defense run by Jeff Fisher. So next, Arizona, Detroit. I'm definitely going with Detroit this one. It is in Arizona, but Detroit is way far better than Arizona. Arizona got pretty beaten down last week against the Seahawks 58-0. So I will have to go with Detroit in that one. Now Seahawks, Buffalo. This is in Buffalo, but the Seahawks, of course, like I just said, beat Arizona 58-0 last week. And the Buffalo Bills aren't having the best season. Do have some good running backs in Fred Jackson and C.J. Spiller, but I will have to go Seattle on that one. Next, Carolina, San Diego. San Diego haven't had the best season, but they have had some good games. It is in San Diego. Carolina, of course, is having, I guess Cam Newton's having a sophomore slump, causing the whole team to not do very well. So I'm going to have to go San Diego on this one. Next, Pittsburgh and Dallas. I think this actually could be the game of the day. I'm going to have to go with Dallas. I think the emotions of losing Jerry Brown will still be running high in their hearts. And it is in Dallas. They're fighting for a playoff spot over Washington. Washington does have a tough game against Cleveland. Pittsburgh does have some injuries that maybe Dallas could exploit. They do have Dez Bryant playing this game. So I will go with Dallas in this one. Now Kansas City, Oakland. Despite Oakland's not so great season, and of course Kansas City doesn't have a great season either, I will have to go with Oakland on this one. Some people are picking Kansas City in the upset. Brady Quinn's actually doing pretty good. He came in when Matt Castle got benched, and he's not doing a horrible job in my opinion. If he played the whole season, they might have a couple more wins, but I will have to go with Oakland. This is also a very good game. San Francisco in New England tonight, Sunday Night Football. A lot of people are going to pick New England just because of how dominating they have been in the past weeks. Last week they scored like 42 or 48 or something like that on the Houston defense, which is very good. And then a couple of 50-point games against the Jets and Colts. So I will go with San Francisco on this one. It is in New England. I don't know how they end up getting all these these good games at home. They seem to be very lucky this season, but I will go with San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick, I think, is going to exploit that New England defense. The defense has held up for New England, but I still think Colin Kaepernick can get the job done. They do have a pretty good running game, and Colin Kaepernick could air it out quite a bit. So I'll go to San Francisco. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, could actually be a very good game. The Jets in Tennessee. The Jets are fighting for a playoff spot right now. They are 6-7, I believe. And, Colts and Pittsburgh currently sit there, but they don't have any solid seats. If they both lose today and the Jets win tomorrow, could be very interesting. And then Tennessee, aren't having a good season either. Just not good. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to go with the upset here and pick Tennessee. I just don't think the Jets' offense is good enough. Their defense has a lot of. I will go with Tennessee. I think they'll find a way offensively to win. So that was my picks for this week, and stay hard, everyone. Peace.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.